Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I put on my Color Street nails. Every time I post like a haul or like a holiday unboxing, everybody always asks me to do a video. Well, I made one a long time ago, but I've kind of learned some things along the way. So I'm going to show you an updated one. And this little thing comes inside your consultant kit, and it's just a visual diagram. So there's a clear piece that you have to remove. You remove the back of it. They tell you to rip off the tab, though I don't do that, and I'll show you why. Then you just place on your nail, file it away, or rip it with your fingernail, which is what I do. And then it shows you how to do a French manicure. I've never tried the French manicure, but I do have samples and a set, so if you guys want to try it, just let me know. I have my email below, and you can request a sample. So the ones I'm doing today, it's called Flora Good Time, and this is the new packaging that they have. It's a lot wider, but I'll show you what's different about it. Also has the instructions on the actual package as well. So you get 16 strips. So there's 2 full sets of these in there. And out of this, I can get 2 full manicures and a pedicure, and then I have 1 strip left over. Also in here, you get a nail file, much bigger than what they used to be. And you get 1 prep pad. Used to get 2. So that's kind of what changed about the packaging for that. So I have already trimmed my nails. You should push back your cuticles. I don't do that because that creeps me out. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It does. So if you've already trim your nails and push back your cuticles, then you can take out this little prep pad. It's basically just an alcohol wipe, and just wipe it over all your nails for a few seconds. That's just to remove any oils. Some people just have naturally oily nails, and if you don't do this, it'll make it hard for the strips to stick on your nails. I have skipped this step when my nails feel dry, and it works fine. But if you've recently put on lotion or anything that would put a barrier on your nail, it'll make it difficult for them to stick. So I just give that a few seconds to dry. And this packaging I always keep because I reseal them when I'm done. These are supposed to be single-use strips, but I actually get 2 nails out of each one, and I'll show you that in a second. So I cut off like the smallest little bit that I can and pull them out, and I have these little nail scissors that I use. And then you just kind of figure out which one is going to go on your nails. I know from experience that that one fits on my pinky. It's a little shy, but I still use it. So that's going to be for my pinky. This one I use for my thumb. And let's see, I normally use that for my pointer. And these are pretty much the same. So you can just pick a design. If it overlaps, it's not a big deal because you can trim it off, and I'll show you that in a second. So I just separate the rest of these, normally by like 2 or 3s, and then I put them back in this package. And when I get done, I'll seal them. So the company doesn't really, I wouldn't say support resealing them, but I guess they don't really want people telling them about that, because if you don't seal it correctly, they don't want complaints that their nails dried out and, you know, they want a new set. But I normally just do mine with a lighter. I'll show you at the end. But you can take a hot iron and just hold it there for a few seconds, and you can kind of tell when it's sealed. I have not had an issue. If you put them in a Ziploc bag, won't work. They will dry out. So there is a clear strip here. I'm going to remove that. Set that over here. And I'm going to remove the back. And I leave this tab on because that's what I hold it with. I don't want to get oil on the strip if I don't need to. And you could readjust it. I'm just trying to put it, it's kind of hard to do because I'm looking through the camera, as close to the tip here of my nail. And when I think I got it on there, you just press. I start from the back here and then move forward. If you need to readjust it, you can lift it off. But once I have it on there, I normally leave a little bit on here as long as I know what I'm cutting off is enough to fit on my next nail. And then you have that little bit hanging over. I'm just going to make sure it's pressed really good, and then kind of tuck it under with my nail. And sometimes I leave it on there, sometimes I file off, sometimes I pull it off, it just depends. Guess I'll file it. I have a crystal nail file, and you want to be careful when you do this because if you do it too aggressively or go up and down instead of in one direction, you can chip up the front part of your nail a tad. I have done that, but a lot of times like you can't really tell unless someone's directly up close looking at your nail. Okay, and if you hear a cat in the background, faint little meows, that's our stray cat Linda. She's right here next to the sliding glass window and she sees me, so she wants me to feed her. That's Jackson's job. She's been living outside our house since before Jackson was born, so probably 7 or 8 years. Just always kind of gave her food and she hangs out here. I think she's someone's cat that just goes outside a lot because every summer someone gives her a haircut. She's a very long-haired, kind of like a tabby. And someone trims her hair for her. Okay. So you can also do this where you kind of butt your nail up to your nail and then just tear it away like that. And then if you need to file any, you can. That's the way I prefer to do it. They tend to not chip up at the tips when you do it that way, if you could avoid filing it. So that was one strip, and I got my pinkies done. So let's do the rest of them. I have learned from following Facebook group pages that there's certain things that can affect nail strips. So say you ordered them and it's wintertime and you go to put them on, they can feel thick if they're cold. I've never experienced that, but I have heard people talk about that. So you just need to let them warm up a little bit. And because these are 100% nail polish, you take them off with nail polish remover. Super simple. If there's like a glitter design or something that's a little bit more difficult to get off, I normally rip up pieces of cotton, soak them in nail polish, and then I will set them on the nails like that. And I do have like these little caps you could put on them that came from like Julep a long time ago. And just leave them on for like 5 minutes and then take them off, and it's a really easy way of getting it off. So this one's hanging over just a tad, and you can take your nail and just kind of follow along where your natural nail is. And I forgot to mention, I always do pinky and work this way because you use your thumbs a lot to crease the nails. And I want to say this only takes me about 15 minutes. I know I'm going slower because I'm trying to explain it, but and plus it's like further away from my face because I have the camera between me and my nails, but just going to crease it, and then you can pull off the extra. Super simple. And then I just avoid getting my nails wet for as long as I can. I'm trying to think. I think they tell you recommended to keep them dry for 20 or 30 minutes, I think. But I love these, no dry time. And some people are just, I feel like I'm rough on my nails, but I don't ever really have an issue with these. I don't have to put a clear coat on top, but you can, and some people do to keep theirs lasting longer. I keep mine on for about a week, and I feel like that's good. And I only take them off typically because my nails grow really fast, so it's ready to take off after about 6 to 7 days. But they also sell something called Clear as Day, and it is a clear top coat sheet that you lay over your nails. And you can also layer them. So they have some designs, like they have these black and white stripes where the white part is actually clear. So you can take any solid nail design or glitter and lay them on top. So you can layer them if you want to. I was really excited because I thought it was black and white. and it reminded me of Beetlejuice, but it's not, it's actually clear. So there we have those. Okay, so I only have a few more left. And if you've bought from me from my link that I leave, and you've bought from the party link, thank you so much. I always have an open party link, and that's just so if I need to buy anything, or if anybody wants to, they can buy off that link, and then I could earn rewards and stuff like that. So thank you for doing that. I know several people have. And I do send out samples. Like I said, I send a little catalog. I didn't cut that all the way. I send a catalog and a prep pad and a little nail file so that you can try it. And they call them twosies. There's 2 strips in each pack. So technically you could do 4 nails with it, and you could put it on one hand and then paint one nail like an accent nail with actual nail polish and see how it wears compared to Color Street. So I'll show you what designs I have. I have 4 different ones that I can send. But if you've ever tried Jamberry, it's very different from that. I used to like Jamberry when it first came out, but their vinyls, it's actually vinyl, it's a lot thicker. These are really thin. And what I hated about Jamberry is I would oftentimes get a bubble in mine, and it would be like a raised up little crease in it. And it was like so hard. If I would go to like scratch my arm or scratch my face, it would actually hurt. And then whenever I'd go to take them off, it would rip my nail to hell. So I didn't wear those for very long. But I thought it was a cool concept when it first came out, for sure. But this is just incredible. My mom is a skeptic of all things, and she's very hard to please. But she loves Color Street. I normally do her nails on Sunday. That's our family day where we eat dinner together. And that's normally when I do my nails because she's there occupying them, or my brother or my dad's there. So it gives me time, uninterrupted time, so I can do my nails, because it doesn't take long. But if I get distracted, which I have before, and I've pulled out the strip, you know, I put one on and left it off to the side, and it has dried because the kids pulled me away and I forgot about it. But as long as the cover's on it, that shouldn't happen. Down to the thumbs. And I do have a different tool I kind of use when I get to the thumbs, so I don't damage the ones I've put on. So I'll show you that in a second. And I keep my nails really short, so if you have longer nails, you probably can't cut them in half, but this normally works perfectly. So I have it flush on that side. This side's hanging over a little bit, but I'm gonna trim it with that little tool. And I'm gonna cut that off. And when I cut the thumb ones in half, it literally just makes it. If my nails were any longer, it wouldn't work. I would have to use another strip. So let me grab my little tool. So this is some kind of nail tool I bought at Sally's a long time ago when I was doing my Jamberry, because someone told me that you can kind of like conform them, because with Jamberry you have to use like a heater to get them to stick because there's glue on the back of them. But this side has a nice little sharp side, and I normally fit that right against where my nail and my skin meet and just push down, and that kind of cuts it. So essentially it does the same thing I do with my nail, except I'm not, see, and then you just lift it off and throw that part away, because if I were to do it with my thumb, it would start bashing up the front end since they aren't dry yet, or they haven't cured yet. And then I have a little overhang here, and I'll probably just file that. I have some that I just like tuck down like that, and then when I get done, I'll go ahead and file it a little bit if there's any extra pieces. And I do the same thing on this side. This one I put on a little crooked, so there's just a little piece here that I need to lift up. And this is considered a nail art design, so this is one of the more expensive ones. These are $13 a sheet, but like I said, you get 2 manicures and a pedicure out of that if you can save them like what I do. And then they have solids. Those are only $11. Glitters are $12. French manicures are $14, and those are usually buy one, get one. And the other ones are mix and match, buy 3, get 1 free. So that actually drops the prices on some of them to like $9 a pack, which I think is really good, considering the fact you can get so many uses out of them. Or I have even, for seasonal designs, opened up a pack and took out half and resealed it and gave it to a friend. So you can do that too. So now that my nails are done, got them cleaned up for the most part. Maybe I probably should have picked like a darker color whenever there's that silver shiny color in the background. It's kind of hard to see it. But I'm going to show you how I seal it. So I push them all down here, and then I'm just going to heat up the very tip of this. Just move it real quickly, and then I smash it down a little, and then I just keep doing that until a little ridge kind of builds up. So that's what that looks like. You can tell that it's sealed. Or like I said, flat iron also works, and probably more safe because you're not using fire. But this is the method I use, super quick. So finally, I'm going to show you the samples that I have. In case you want to try one, you can let me know what color you want. So this is the first one. It's like an ombre, and this is called Coral Bay. Also have a blue one, and this is actually the sample I tried for the first time. This one's called Atlantis. I also have a French tip one, if you want to try that. This one's called City of Love. And then I have this other ombre one, purple, green, and silver. And this is called Pacific Waters. So those are the options I have, some glitters and a design. And I will put my email below in case you want to try it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.